This is November 21st. This is my Zone 5 garden. It's about 29 degrees right now with blowing 30-mile-an-hour winds, and we're supposed to get 2 to 4 inches of snow sometime. So it's cold out here. So I'm wondering how all these plants are staying alive. So let's just look and see. This is the hibiscus. It's pretty well gone. Pretty soon I'll go ahead and cut off the tops, and I think I'm even going to dig this up somewhere this year and put it somewhere else where it's not so overcrowded like it is this space here. And these geraniums are still alive. They won't make it through the winter. And this loosestrife, it's coming out of here, I'm afraid. It just gets looking too ratty and I haven't had time to cut it down. And these roses are still looking really good. Look at that. And these are poppies. There's lots of them growing around in here. I thought they were perennials at one time because they come back so quick from seed every year that you just about can't tell the difference. But I think they're annuals. This is a hardy geranium that I planted here this year from bare root I bought this spring. Here is a Calendula that I started from seed this year. This honeysuckle's looking okay. The moonflowers are about done there. I don't know if they're an annual or perennial, but they're not hardy here in Zone 5. I think they are a perennial, but they're not hardy. Here's this rose that after I dug it up, it kept on growing. Now I got 2 of them. I think this rose is called Mr. Lincoln. And this is Yarrow. It's got a reddish crown. I think it's called Cerise Queen. But look at this new growth. And look at the older growth. And this is where it was blooming. And this is some lavender. Looks like it's got bare stems here at the bottom, but new growth up here on the top. Lavender's a nice hardy plant. So here's some of the blooms off of the yarrow right here. And some more new growth down in there underneath the leaves. I believe in leaving all the leaves and things on my flower garden. In fact, I might even mow the yard and then dump the leaves and grass clippings on the flower bed. And the only time I wouldn't do, here's some viburnum, these berries, and I'm leaving them here hoping that the birds will eat them. The only time I wouldn't be dumping so much mulch and leaves and grass on my flower bed is if there are seeds I want to grow next year that a plant may have dropped. Because a lot of times I like to encourage plants to reseed themselves. And here's some more hibiscus. It's not a very hardy plant at all. In fact, it's one of the late starters. And yeah, see, I should be out here cutting down all these. I probably will. It's pretty cold to be working out here now. But hibiscus is one of those plants that doesn't even start till, well, one of the last plants to start before June, I'm thinking. Sometime in later part of May, maybe. At least here in Zone. Here's some Columbine that I've started from seed and planted out here. I've been planting it everywhere because it drops seeds pretty well. So once you get it started, it'll drop seeds everywhere. This is a nice looking daisy that just keeps coming back every year. And you can see how these seeds are growing in the there's some new growth down in there. This is a sedum I don't much care for. I might even be digging it up. The flowers on top here are green, but I think at one time I had this. This is a variegated sedum, but it goes back to green. Here's some more Columbine that I've planted out here. It'll be seeding itself everywhere, and I can be planting it everywhere here pretty soon. And here's some more Calendula. That's a nice hardy plant. That looks like it's really growing really good in here. Here's my frozen bird bath. I need to put some hot water from the house in there. Here's some more of this Calendula that's spread over here. See how it's spreading all over the place? Look at this nice growth. I wonder if it's even growing right now or just semi-dormant. Here's some more of those hardy geraniums. I've had those there here several years. They're a nice hardy plant. Look at all this new growth down in there. This is that Plumbago. It blooms late in the year every year. Looks like some of it's dying back. I think I have to dig that up, start spreading it around in all the flower beds. It's such a nice ground cover. And here's coral bells. Here's how it looks in the freezing temperatures. The leaves are a little bit curled up here. Some of them are still looking really good. Here's this hardy geranium that's just been getting by over here for years and years. And I don't think there's enough light over here for it because it doesn't grow very much. It just seems to stay alive. And here's this Lamium. It looks pretty good. But I know before the winter's over, it'll get looking pretty pinky. It's a perennial. It's an older growth. Look at that. It's pretty. This is also Lamium, the same as this here. This one just looks like it's pretty weather damaged. And this Dinka minor, it doesn't never seem to show any weather at all. This bush cherry, the leaves will just fall off of it like a deciduous tree. And here's a hosta. You can see how it acts to the cold weather. The leaves are all just wilted and died, and they'll send up new growth from the ground here in the spring. This is a Lenten rose. These leaves are really stiff, and the edges are really actually sharp right there. But this is a plant that's supposed to bloom. This one here blooms in the very, very early spring, but the blooms last for a couple months actually. But it does very well in the cold temperatures. These are all perennials that I started from seed this year. And they seem to be doing. This one here is a black-eyed Susan, although I don't know technically what it is. And the leaf looks very, very worn out, like it's going to die back to the ground. And here's that this Calendula. It doesn't seem to be bothered too much by the cold weather. Look at these black-eyed Susans. I don't know what those are actually called, but that's a common name. This is Centurion, I know that one. And here's a flower. Sometimes they're called Cornflowers. And it looks like they're doing pretty good in this cold weather. Now here's Marigolds. Those are annuals, and I know that they're not hardy, so they're not going to be here too much longer. But they must be doing okay in this freezing weather. Here's some more Marigolds. These are California Poppies. You can see how they're starting to die back. They're native to California. The early explorers would look at a hill as they're coming into the harbor in California, and they would be gold. And that made them think that there was gold in the California because of the gold in the flowers that just covered the hillsides. And here's these tomatoes. They're all wilted back and dying. Cold weather got to them. I don't know what that is. I planted mixed seeds in here, so a lot of stuff I don't know what it is. I'm thinking some of these white flowers might be sweet alyssum. There's another white flower that I can't think of now. Okay, well, that is what my garden looks like here on November 29th in the freezing temperatures. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I was able to make a good video for you that helped you out, and one that was entertaining to watch. And if I was able to do those things, could you please subscribe? I would really appreciate if you'd subscribe to this channel and like this video. And thanks a lot, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.